The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, August 1st goes to Jeffrey Whitman. But what we're going to do is add an E in Whitman and call him Jason White Man, because when we speak of the legendary non-fictional character that everyone fears called the White Man, Jeffrey Whitman is the epitome of that. Oh, he is the type of white man that we all try to avoid, the kind of white man that gives all white men a bad name, the racist, bigoted kind with a Make America Great Again bumper sticker on his pickup truck, the kind of white man you have to avoid at all costs, because if your paths cross, a not-so-random act of racism could possibly happen. Now, if you forgot who Jeffrey is, he is the contractor in Ohio who followed a black man home and called him the N-word repeatedly. You remember Jeffrey was driving, and sadly a brother named Charles Lovett crossed paths with this prejudiced prick, and Jeffrey accused Charles of cutting him off. So then he followed Charles home and let that AR-15 go. And by AR-15, I mean a racist 15-second rant. Let's refresh everyone's memory, shall we?
Is there a reason why you just followed me to my house?
I want to let you know what a nigger you are.
You want to let me how much of a nigger I am?
Yeah, I want to let you personally know how much of a nigger you
And
are.
so I'm a nigger because you don't follow signs.
Because you're rude.
I'm rude because you don't know how to read signs.
Nigger.
Well, Jeffrey Whitman owns Uriah's Heating and Cooling, and he was driving the company van when he let that 15-second racist rant go. Well, now Jeffrey is backtracking. He told the Columbus Dispatch it was an awful mistake, and obviously I don't know how to explain it, and it's ruined my life, and it's ruined my family's life. Why is he backtracking now? Because business is suffering. Okay, he says, I'm out of business. I'm completely out. I'm done. I'll never work in Columbus again. This has completely and thoroughly ruined my life. White man told the newspaper he simply chose the wrong word while addressing Lovett and insisted he's not a bigot. Now listen.
Several times chose the wrong words.
Listen, I speak for a living. Okay, I've said one word too many several times. I've said things that I apologize for, because when you get paid to talk as much as I talk and you giving your POV and speaking what's on your mind like I do, you're bound to say something a little extra, but there is no way that calling a black man the N-word can be written off as an awful mistake, okay? He's not a comedian. He's not a radio personality. As far as we know, he wasn't drunk. He wasn't high. He followed him home for 2 miles. So he had time to think about calling this man the N-word. In fact, he said verbatim, I wanted to let you know personally that you are an N-word. Can we hear it again? Let's hear it again.
Is there a reason why you just followed me to my house?
I want to let you know what a nigger you are.
You want to let me how much of a nigger I am?
Yeah, I want to let you personally know how much of a nigger you
And
are.
so I'm a nigger because you don't follow signs.
Because you're rude.
I'm rude because you don't know how to read signs.
Nigger.
See, this is how you know he's not apologetic for using the N-word, because in all of that crying and calling the newspaper and venting and saying he made a mistake, he never once apologized to Charles Lovett for following him home
Because he's not sorry.
and calling him the N-word. See, apologizing does not always mean you're wrong. It just means that you value your relationships more than your ego. Well, in this case, Jason White Man is wrong, but he also doesn't value his relationships with black people, because if he did, he would apologize to that black man, Charles Lovett, but his ego won't let him. Please give Jeffrey Whitman, a.k.a. Jeffrey White Man, the biggest hee-haw.
And that's why I like the fact that Lovett filmed that instead of, like you guys said, slapping him, because that actually has caused him much more pain and suffering. I do. I think that was a great idea.
Charlamagne the God here, and today's Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey and call my friend Michael if you've been hurt in a construction accident. 212-962-1020. That's 212-962-1020. Don't be a donkey.